Hello there, everybody. You are looking at a puzzle by the Platov brothers. And when we have a lot of minor pieces for white and a single queen for black, it's pretty obvious that somehow we can trap the queen, especially when there's two knights on the board. So the question is, how are we going to trap this queen and win this as white? Well, have a look at it. By the way, the pawns are going down in the diagram. So have a look at it, post a video, see if we can find out the winning variation for white, and when you return, I will show you how it goes. Go ahead. All right, here we go. So, without further ado, I'm going to give you the right variation right away, at least the starting move, which is knight to e4 check. That is pretty obvious to see. And of course, black has only three squares to choose from, but if it goes to any of these, well, the knight gonna give a fork on either of these two squares. So black is forced with his king to f5 to keep on fighting. Okay, now we want to give a fork here, but of course we cannot do it. It will be taken by the black pawn, so we need to find something else. And from here, can you see how white wins this? Maybe you need to post a video again. Okay, here comes the beautiful move of this puzzle. Bishop a3. We want to block this pawn and force black to move something that he doesn't want to. Kind of a zugzwang. Because if we move this pawn, well, then we have this check and we win. And let's see, this pawn cannot move. Let's see what happens if he moves the queen. Well, if it goes here, then it's a fork. This will be taken by the king. Here will be taken by the queen, by the king, and here it's the same fork. Okay, so here's taking will be taken right away. Here is the fork. Here or here is this fork. So the queen cannot move either. He will lose it right away. Okay, so the king has to move. What happens then? If it goes here, there's a fork. If it goes here or here, well, we looked at that already. It will be a fork either here or here with this knight. So the king has to go to e5. Okay, it looks like he's escaping now with the king, but he's actually not. Because we will have a very nice check here on b2 with the bishop. Both knights are hanging, but either one, if he takes, the other one will go to f6 with a fork, and the queen will be lost. And also the knight will not be lost. So we will have two pieces, which will be enough to win. Okay, so we cannot take any of these knights. He cannot go here because of the fork. So he has to go back. And what now? Now it becomes a little bit harder, actually. It's not obvious to see how we are winning this as white. Can you see it? Here it comes. Knight d6 check. This is very, very nice move, and it really forces the black king back. Uh, Again, it cannot go here. It will be a check with a fork. And the king cannot go to any of these squares because they're already covered. Same goes with these two. So it has to move back, and look at that. We've already seen what happens if it goes to any of these two squares. There will be a fork with this knight and the queen will be lost. So black will try this. King to g5. And now it's pretty clear, I think. We just continue with our bishop. Give another check here. And again, look at this. All these three squares are covered. So he's forced now to move into any of these squares and lose his queen. He will go here because then with the check he can at least go to g5 and then grab the knight back. But we know in puzzles and in theory, a knight and a bishop against a single king is winning. And now he has three pawns, yes, but they are not ideally placed. Oh, sorry, that wasn't unintentional. These pawns are not in good shape. They will fall one by one, and then white will win. But I let you go ahead and figure that out yourself how to win from here. In theory, this is a win. The computer says plus 38 for white. So for sure, this is winning if you play it right. Thank you for watching, everybody. Bye bye.